Um, what about I want to talk about your process because I like to hear this because this is so important too. I mean, whether it's in something that's a new construction or commercial project or one of your multi-families that you're doing too, what's the process that you're going through from start to finish, so customers can hear? I mean, even if somebody's going to do a residential job, or building a new house, I'm sure the process is pretty similar. I mean, obviously California has its different laws than Florida where I'm at, but everywhere's different in the country, but there's some similarities too. So what's your process kind of from start to finish?
As far as getting the project too?
Yeah, let's start. Yeah, let's add. Yeah, as far as getting the project, because I know you get a bid and stuff because you're more in the commercial world too. Let's hear
Yep.
about that too.
Well, right now what we're doing is we're in the process of building up better rapport and relations with certain contractors who we feel their core values fall in line with us, and we like to work for them. Vice versa, they like to work with us as well. And we've weeded out quite a few contractors over the last year and a half who just we're not compatible for to censor myself a bit. Uh, we do things a certain way here. I think we just do it the simple, right way where we communicate a lot. But we're in the process of building up the rapport with contractors. Contractors will send us invitations to bid, or sometimes we get a phone call. Hey, we want you to bid this job, which we're working on getting that a lot more. We want them to be calling us indirectly because of, or sorry, directly because of the job our team does. We want to get those calls, and I can see within the next 6 months we're going to have a lot of that going on. Like, hey, we'd really like you to bid this project and have a reasonable increase our chances of getting this project because of our team and who we are when our reputation gets out there more than what it currently is. We bid the job, it goes to our estimating department. Estimating department puts together, bids it. A few of us will overview it, send it off to the contractor. Our proposal over, they review it. Maybe sometimes they have a few questions come back at us. Hey, is this included? Is that included? Which doesn't happen much because our estimating department, Ashwin, he's our head estimator. He's gotten extremely good at giving detailed proposals on everything we include in there. It goes from estimating to the contractor. Contractor then cut out some parts. They award us the project. Usually we develop a schedule of values, which is for the job, the bill dates on it. We go over the scheduling with them, start the project. We start with if it's a full build out, we'll start with the underground, go to the site, lay out the underground, and a few weeks later, they start building some walls. We go in there and do our rough. And we like to keep certain processes down. When we go in there and do our rough, we keep the synchronization of the jobs where we do everything at the same time. We're roughing in the walls and above grid, our ceiling. We want to do that all at the same time. That way our final trips when we return after inspection towards the end of the project is just to put plugs, switches in, and do final connections, which we've got it pretty nailed down. Our team's kicking some serious ass on that. And then usually we have final inspection and got a punch list. A lot of the times we don't have much left on our punch list because our team's doing such a great job.
Yeah, and that's one thing. One thing I wanted to start with what you said too is the core values thing and kind of getting rid of the contractors that don't mesh with your core values. I mean, not a lot of people would do what you're doing right there too, and that's so huge because it's a team thing. I mean, even in the residential side too. I mean, we probably had the same electricians for I want to say the last 15 years, maybe 16 years doing our stuff, and they're great at what they do. They do it right. I mean, even on the rough stage too, we do that walkthrough at the rough stage with the customers to make sure if they want to add an outlet or they want to add a plug here and there, move a light or their center light, it's there in the roughs. It's not when drywall's up and so on. So, I mean, that's what you said there with the core values and just getting rid of the contractors that don't mesh with the same values you have. I mean, that speaks volume about you as a contractor.